Happy to be
So
back.
yeah, we gonna dive right into it. We're gonna start with basketball. A lot's been going on with the playoff race, but before we get into that, we got the craziest off-court drama going on between LeBron James and Stephen A. Y'all seen that interview with him and Pat McAfee?
Yo, yo, yo.
Yes.
Man,
Hmm.
what y'all think of that? What y'all think of that?
We having conversations finally. It's good to hear someone like LeBron speak up on a lot of this, man, because the boys, I can feel for what the players going through in basketball. Like, basketball media don't really give them a lot of, like, praise, you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
that's the history with basketball media, and I think the guys are just saying enough is enough, and it's beautiful to see someone like LeBron leading the charge with that, you know what I'm saying? It's one of
Be-
those things where you just got to call it like you see it. Like,
for
basketball
sure,
media
for
does
sure.
not actually push the narratives that inspire like talking points that push the game forward. It just
And
doesn't.
it's
Like
crazy
it's
because
a
compared to other sports is
from
mostly like love for the players that are at the top. But like basketball, I don't know for what reason, but like the players really scrutinized, and I feel like
it
that
has to be
conversation needed to be had. And I
it
also
has to
think
be
like
my bad, girl.
that's I was gonna say like just LeBron doing that interview in general. I feel like that's like the biggest indicator that like he finna retire, bro. Like he getting ready to be out of here. So
hmm
he letting loose. He letting loose on Stephen A. Who else he was talking about? Brian Windhorst. He was talking about like a bunch of people on there.
ESPN
So I
guys.
feel like he had to say something about it.
And I feel
I,
like the media has been like so, untouchable. Like basketball players really couldn't just speak out on like
Yeah.
what they saying on the media because that's the media. They just gotta let them do their jobs. But it's like
Mhm.
now we seeing some pushback, which is crazy to me, especially from
Yeah.
Bron. Bron been so
Yeah.
cordial throughout his whole career, and now, but
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of went past basketball. It kind of went personal. It has some basketball
Yeah,
aspects,
once you
but it
start
kind of
talking
like
about
Yeah.
touched
his
on his
son,
fatherhood.
nah, yeah, when you
Yeah,
start talking
that's a
about
little
him
bit
Yeah.
questioning his
different.
Stephen A. on national television talking about I'm pleading to you as a father. I don't even know if Stephen A. got kids. It's like, whoa, what's going on,
he
bro? I
don't.
feel it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because
Like
a lot of
that is crazy, man.
a lot of the time in basketball conversations, like this come from being a football fan first, it's really just like the old like lineage. Y'all just won't let that die. Like I had to say the same thing about the Bulls. We living like Michael Jordan. We play like Michael Jordan still playing. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like we clinging on to that legacy so much that everything that we do right now is irrelevant because we still living like we in 1988. Like you feel what I'm saying? That's kind of how the media is for the NBA. Like them guys will praise all the guys that played in the 80s and 90s, and anybody that
Mhm.
played in the 2000s for the most part is can't even compare to them boys. Like for real, which is crazy because like if you think about it, like I think Bron said something crazy. Well, not actually crazy. It was hyperbolic, but it's legit. If you were to put someone like Giannis in the 1970s, 1980s. He's
Yeah, you
spanking all
cooking.
them boys, and it's not even funny. He probably getting 2 rings out of it too. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I'm not gonna lie
Mm.
to you. That's the point of an all-time great. And Brown was making really good points where it's like it's unfair. And I think in basketball, football you can get away with it, but in basketball for real, it really is unfair to start grading these guys. And the eras were so different. Like there's an era in basketball where there is no like back down rule, so you can have your back to the basket for as long as you want. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm.
Where there's an era in basketball where you can't do that. There's a 3 second violation. So the guys like Dirk, KG, all them big boys, Timmy D, they had to change their game. They could just have their back to the basket. So it's one of those things where it needed to be had. Stephen A. Smith is 100% wrong. I think he's admitted he's wrong, but it still doesn't change the fact
I don't
that
think
them.
he has, to be
I don't
honest
even.
with you. I don't think he has.
Wow, are
He
you
been on the tour. He
serious?
went on the tour. He
Are
went
you
on a tour.
serious?
Bro,
No.
I don't think he's seen it, but he went on a press run, like his
Yeah.
show. He went on his show. He went on Gilbert Arenas' show. Like he was going,
He's been on the
He's
yes,
doing
bro.
a
tour.
He was
world
on the
tour.
tour.
He's on a tour on LeBron James'
Talk
head.
about LeBron,
And
LeBron
he's not
confrontation.
winning. He's not winning this. I don't know.
Not at all,
I
He
seen
bro.
the
didn't
I
get
clip
saw
where he
no
was
like,
like,
help.
if Brian would have put his hands on me, I would have swung. No, you wouldn't. No, you're not. You ain't swinging on nobody. Stop it. Like, come on,
He
bro. Aren't you supposed to be trying to run for presidency? Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro.
bro, it wasn't
No.
even like that. Like
yeah.
I feel like he was just like, I don't know, his pride got hit. He had to say something,
I
bro.
feel it. When the king
Yeah,
check you in
So he
literally.
front of
back.
millions,
He's in the
what's
media.
gonna
He gotta
happen?
talk.
Yeah,
That's
And
what's
y'all
wrong
saw
with
like
that.
what he said about like him not being at Kobe's what is it called, memorial or whatever and stuff like that. Just to
Oh,
find out he was there.
Yeah, that was false.
Yeah,
Like
just
he
yeah,
thought
like
wrong.
he
that.
hit that. He thought he
He was
hit
getting
that.
information wrong.
He said we ain't gonna talk about that because it's false. But
Man,
Man,
yeah, nah,
The
Stephen
guy
A. giving
hooping, the
big
guy
L's,
that's hooping
bro.
definitely is telling Bron like, "Hey man, thank you for sticking up for us." Because I think basketball media is just doing the guys dirty, man. Like, just think about it.
Yeah,
You telling me
mm,
someone like D Rose, like a modern day point, hell, not even D Rose, Russell Westbrook wouldn't kill them boys in the '90s. You feel what I'm saying? It sounds
yeah.
ridiculous.
It's
It
like
sounds
people
ridiculous.
like they dismissing the progression of the game, bro.
It
Like
really
people
does.
mm-hmm.
supposed to get better as the era go on.
It hinders basketball, and I think just having conversations, it just hinders it. And
How
you
do y'all
kind
feel
of get
about
to
that
see
argument?
why
so
numbers are down. What you gonna say, my bad?
there
Uh,
what they I have to disagree with y'all about what they about as far as them talking bad only to the current gen basketball players. This has been historical fact that this has been a thing since before Jordan's era of
That's true. He's
basketball.
not lying to you.
He so as far as them scrutinizing basketball players has been a thing for a time. Is the fact that no one had really fought back against it. Actually, Jordan he got screwed up when his dad passed away.
Mm,
When his dad passed away, they were blaming Jordan, a hooper.
mm.
They said his gaming problem was. They said, "Oh, was gambling was
Oh
the
yeah,
reason why your
that's the
dad passed
payoff
away."
pick. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was like the stuff like that was going on. So the fact that it had been going on for so long, it just at this point, it's just what's the word reoccurring. It's just the history's repeating itself.
Which is sad to know that
Okay,
this is just
I feel
basketball
like
culture. That's
I got
crazy.
something to say to that. I was gonna say like you're right, but I feel like what makes like today's talk like on another level, I feel like it's like social media and things of that nature. Now you have not just people like journalists like talking about the game and like scrutinizing people. You got like random people. People could just go ahead and just tweet
Joe
something
Blow
and
from
then they'll be
Missouri.
bad
Yeah,
about a
yeah.
player. And the player might see it. You know how KD be going back on Twitter with like
Mm.
haters and
With his
stuff like that.
burners.
That didn't
Yeah.
exist back then.
Yeah, that is true. I
Yeah,
will
so
agree
it's
with
like
you
you
on
have
that.
everybody talking about you, and then think about it. Now it start with the journalists. They all like all they do is scrutinize, and then you got people like, for example, low key us, like people like us. We have like a podcast or something, and then imagine we base that in hating the players. It's gonna get to a point where the players gonna want to speak back onto it. You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah,
Like gonna have some type of pushback.
I agree with you. It has gotten worse due to the fact of technology
Hmm.
and the advancement of it. It made like you said, people your regular Joes now can by a touch of their phone can say whatever the heck they want, whether it be
Yeah,
recording it or tweeting it, whatever. Anybody could do it. Anybody could be a journalist at this point nowadays. So
yeah.
Quote unquote. Yeah. Quote unquote.
We've
so
never
I,
seen this much of a connection to the players, honestly.
But I mean,
Nah,
that's the
for real,
beauty of the
exactly.
internet,
You
though. Yeah,
gotta
it
get in
makes the
touch,
world
and I feel
small.
like the fact that we have like some type of connection into like these players like personal lives. I feel like it gives these journalists the leeway to feel like they can say anything. That's why Stephen A. probably said like as a father. You know what I'm saying? Like it gives them room to say some stuff like that, and then
Facts.
that's where you crossing the line. You know what I mean?
Because it goes it's beyond basketball at that point. Yeah, like for real. And everybody was upset about like the whole Bronny situation. And my thing was, it's like I think y'all even checked me on it. It was like give it time, let it play out, which is what everybody should have did. I think just because he's like a nepo baby, everybody has an issue with it, but there's nothing wrong with that in the grand scheme of things. If your family has a certain skill set and it gets you to the next level, and you also have that skill set, and people promote you or get you to a certain place because of that last name you have, that's just
Yeah,
life. There's no, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
the media
exactly.
scrutinized it like Braun was doing the grandest evil, taking opportunities away from G League guys that's been clamoring for a chance to play in the NBA. It's like, guys, like, come on, man. And
Nepotism exists everywhere, bro.
like, I get it. I really do get it in terms of like wanting to see who's like all time great. And I think just because of like again like a sport like football, we can compare Tom Brady to like a Brett Favre. Those are two different eras of football, but football at quarterback at least hasn't changed in like the last 30 years. The goal is still to throw them touchdowns, bro. You feel what I'm saying? We still great quarterbacks with the same stats from the 90s that we do in the 2020s, and there really is no change in the rules so you can do it with football. And I think that has spoiled us in terms of like rankings of players and eras and different things. And basketball fans and basketball media think, and I believe they've been doing it for a while, that is the best way to critique. But in basketball, you really got to do it by eras, man. You can't really put everybody in one like pool and start grading them because different players played in different eras and had different roles for different things. And that's just all it boils
Yeah,
down to.
but
And
it's
it's
so
not fair to the
enticing to have
players.
that conversation with everybody.
Yeah, it's just not fair to the players. And I always hate the conversation like LeBron has never like went up against like real challenges in his career. And I think that's what a lot of the media pushes. And it doesn't make sense to me because there's a lot of teams that beat LeBron before LeBron got to where he was at. Like Tim Duncan cooked LeBron. That Dallas team beat LeBron. I could keep going, like for real though. Jason Tatum Celtics took LeBron to 7. Like, you feel me? So it's like there's a lot of different things I think basketball media probably needs to work on, but it's probably not going to be this generation. It's probably going to be the next generation of basketball media heads
Possibly.
that most likely change how the game is essentially covered. Where you're going to start seeing just more nuanced takes and more actual criticism of the game and what's going on, and not of LeBron taking his son and making him a Laker.
I got a question though. Do you think like as time moves on, do you think like people are gonna start like shying away from those like ESPNs or like those type of like TNTs instead of going to like player podcasts and things like that? Like, you know what I'm
Like you might
saying?
Mike said that they got too much motion. They got too much
Money
that
talks.
They got too
on
much
them.
money.
Yeah.
Money
Got too much
talks.
motion. That Manziel on them. They can't.
I feel you. Because
too
you
much
think
motion,
about it,
man.
at the end of the day, ESPN can hire them people.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
Because unless
That's too
you
much motion.
have a back end already, or you're one of those who started their own little podcast and it grows into something, which is far the few. There's multiple those sports podcasts. You gotta choose who you want to listen to.
Facts.
But if you really want to, if you want to see money, yeah. If ESPN call you and say, "Hey man, you want to put your, your
You want to
your
take Stephen
podcast?"
A. spot? What?
Hey, a lot of people say, "Yeah, sign me up." Matter of fact,
Say
I'll
no
be there
more.
yesterday. I'll be there yesterday.
I'm on the flight right
I
now. We
feel
on the
it.
phone. I'm on the flight. What?
So
All right, y'all. So to wrap up this topic, do you think like this Stephen A. and LeBron thing will escalate any further, or this is just as high as it's gonna
I
go?
hope them, but man, you
It should be a high as it can go.
how?
It should, like, bro, this should be the end. It should have never even got this high, honestly. This is kind of ridiculous.
It actually is ridiculous, but it's funny, bro.
It's
funny.
hilarious because Stephen A. just don't know. He can't even look at LeBron wrong before the fans harass him, boy. They will get him out of that ESPN spot so fast. He don't even know the kind of fans LeBron has, for one.
Bro,
And then for-
Man,
he
you just seen
don't-
them LeBron songs,
Bro,
bro.
no,
Like,
LeBron has
LeBron James.
Man, no, his fan base, I think it may be in a
If they
different
put that on Apple, I
stratosphere.
might bump it. I don't know. If they put it on Apple Music, I might bump it, man.
bro,
What?
he got some bangers, bro.
They got
Bro.
some bangers. Some remixes have been bangers. I'm not gonna lie.
But he remixed the Cardi song.
Boy, they going crazy.
Yeah,
comments
Mini
in there,
Men.
that's
Y'all should listen to the Mini Men one.
They got a mini man.
Yeah, with the intro and everything. It's like,
It's crazy.
I'm telling you, Stephen A. just don't know. He need to cut the beef. He need to apologize to Bron, tell him he's wrong for questioning all of that, bro, and just get back to business, bro. Stephen A., we don't pay you to have beef with the athletes, bro. We pay
Hey,
you
you don't
all this
need
money
the
to cover the
publicity.
sport, man. Facts. We don't pay you to have beef with LeBron. We need
don't
LeBron
need
just as much as we
publicity.
need you, Stephen A. Smith. So why are you beefing with LeBron?
Nah, for real.
We need you
I'm-
and LeBron to carry basketball. Like, y'all been doing it for the last 10 plus years. Don't stop now. The ratings are down. This not going to bring the ratings up, guys. I'm not going to lie. This is going to have us talk about y'all for a little bit, but this is not going to bring the ratings up, guys. Like, for real. It's not, no reason a journalist should be beefing with a basketball player at Steve caliber. Leave that to, like, the little boys, bro. Leave that to the Pee Wee. You big league, dog. You supposed to be getting the inside scoop from Bron himself. What is you doing? What
He
is
on
you
the wrong
doing?
side of the road.
Man,
Yeah, he on the
completely
wrong
off
side of the-
course, off
Like-
course. He might have lost the plot. I don't know. So Mike, you right. If Stephen A, ESPN give us that call, hey,
I'll be there.
too much motion, too much man's. It's true.
Low key.
You'll never
man.
catch me
If that
before,
man, they had Carson that on ESPN. They might as well have me for real.
You know, I ain't gonna say that.
Eddie, bro, they need the views. They need the
Man,
views been going
we doing
down.
this. We
They
doing
need
this for the love of
anybody.
the game, bro. Don't let
They
the
put
money
that
come
feed
through.
on there, everything.
We doing
like,
this for the love of the game, just because we love sports.
'Cause the streamers
don't
were-
start talking dollars. Oh no.
Streamers are more popular than sports at this point. They're getting crazy.